The fourth jhana. As stated earlier, the fourth jhana is where everything coalesces. The ability to clearly perceive the center of attention is combined with the ability to perceive the periphery of attention, and then a volumetric or spacious element is filled out in a way that it wasn't before, and, more than that, an integrative element as well as a very direct element. While the third jhana generally involves more appreciation of volumetric aspects of our experience than the first two jhanas, the fourth jhana improves on this substantially. The fourth jhana is inclusive, accommodating, and much broader and more even in its treatment of experience in general terms than any of the previous jhanas. It is not that attention can't focus narrowly in this jhana, as it can, but its natural spatial shape is very different from this. The fourth jhana has a more through-and-through vibe to it, through the center where the subject seems to be, through the outside where objects seem to be, and in general is more even in its treatment of anything that arises in experience, in particular, emotions, the sense doors, and everything that seems to be us. That said, it lacks the fine resolution of the second jhana, and those who go looking for that in the fourth are likely to miss the opportunity to see that the fourth jhana is a substantially more sophisticated way of perceiving sensate reality than everything that came before it. Just as in the second jhana, where things were clearer as less effort was required, the more the fourth comes into its own, the less we seem to be doing anything, and thus the whole field of attention can show itself directly to us in some substantially less filtered, less processed, more direct way. The hallmark of the fourth jhana is equanimity, though certain emphases in practice may not play up this quality as strongly as in others. And when equanimity really develops, it may not be all that noticeable. Bliss, rapture, happiness, as well as pain and strange occurrences may all stand out in the earlier stages, but equanimity may just feel normal and undramatic, making it subtle at times, or so unremarkable that people may miss it. It is generally described as having a neutral feeling tone, vedana, though paradoxically, there can be something really nice about the flavor and tone of that neutrality. Why is it that very pure water can taste great, even though it has no obvious taste at all? That is the sort of pleasant neutrality that we find in the fourth jhana. The issue of mindfulness in the fourth jhana is an interesting one, and the old texts, the Sattvibhanga Sutta, the Analysis of the Truths, MN 141, for example, say that mindfulness is considered present, but may not predominate in the way it did in previous jhanas. Just as when watching an engrossing movie, there is a natural attention to the movie, but we might be so lost in the story that to call ourselves mindful might be somewhat inaccurate. The same applies to mindfulness in the fourth jhana. Fourth is integrative in a way that the previous jhanas are not, in the sense that it points to everything being encompassed in the same mode of attention, all the sense doors, space, attention itself, and what I call core processes. Things that really seem to be me, such as the application of effort, the recognition of what is going on, the sense of questioning, the movement of attention. The fourth jhana consolidates these in a more volumetric, seamless, and complete way than in previous jhanas. In this sense, it is a setup for many wondrous attainments, being like the Grand Central Terminal or Heathrow of the attentional world. If we accomplish the fourth jhana well, we have a large range of options that we can explore that are based on it and issue from it, such as the next four jhanas. However, before I talk about the next four jhanas, the formless realms, which are in many ways just specialized ways of looking at the fourth, I am going to talk more specifically about the jhanas in concentration practices, which are cultivated for developing stability and positive mental qualities and experiences.